This is probably one of the best offenses in Madden 24, and I just really love this offense because you can just do so many things out of this formation, especially from a passing standpoint. And the beautiful thing about this, you got one play touchdowns, you got plays that's going to consistently pick you up yards, and on top of this, you have running plays that's going to be very, very efficient, consistently picking you up about 10 yards a pop. But if you're interested in something like this, make sure to lock in, subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell, and let's go ahead and get into this game. It's your boy Lurk back at you again with another video, and today you guys I am bringing y'all some more heat. Today we are in the Lions formation or playbook, and we are going to be working out of the doubles hip. So first off, I'm going to be showing y'all how to beat cover 3. We are going to start out with the play switch wide receiver drag. Just running this against a stock cover 3. So what you want to go ahead and do is just max protect, and after that you want to go ahead and motion out your running back just like this, and basically that is the setup, boys. Circle is going to be the read that gets open if you have enough time. As you can see, if you have time, it's going to go for a touchdown against a cover 3. It's just basically if you have time, but against a cover 3 it's going to be money, and it's going to be the same exact way against a cover 4. All you got to do is just max protect, motion out your running back, and put him on a streak. Really simple. If you have enough time, it's going to be money against a cover 3, cover 4, all of that stuff. That time we were not able to get it off, but y'all can see that it worked the first time around. So we're going to be moving on to cover 4 just so I can show y'all that it works against a cover 4 as well, the same as that way. Switch wide receiver drag. So this is basically going to be like your home run play that you're able to bomb cover 3 and cover 4. Go ahead and just max protect like how we were doing before. Streak your running back just like this. And for some reason, if there's a reason that you can't get it off the circle, that square receiver is going to be open a lot of the times underneath. So that is a check down option for you as well. And the reason that we leave that triangle route is because he's holding the cornerback down on the cover 3 and the cover 4. But we get enough time here, you'll see it's going to be kind of the same concept that time. It's a little tight window because I didn't lead it 100% correctly, but if you go ahead and lead it in the correct way, a lot of the times you won't even have to worry about really getting having a chance to get intercepted. As you can see, if you time it right just like that, it's going to be a touchdown with no inconvenience at all. Usually if you know that you're going to bomb your opponent and you feel like you don't want to risk throwing an interception at all, or the user going and kind of taking it away, what I usually would recommend is just doing like how we were doing before. Go ahead and streak the running back, block, max protect, and then go ahead and put square on a slant this time around. Slants are very valuable when it comes to just taking the user out of the play, because a lot of times users just go towards slant routes because that's the first thing that they actually see coming across the middle, or the first thing that they see when you're ready to play. Now moving on, boys, going to be showing y'all some more things out of this formation as well. I really do like this formation out of the Lions playbook. I feel like it's very underrated. The next thing that we're going to be working out of in today's video as well is going to be the switch wide receiver drag again. But I'm going to be showing y'all a setup that's basically just going to be every coverage, whether it's man, zone, all that good stuff. But I recommend really running this against zone coverage for the most part, but you can get away with running this against man coverage. So what you want to go ahead and do, boys, you want to put square on a streak. You want to go ahead and motion your circle receiver over, put him on a slant, put X on a drag route, and I like to put the running back on a out route. So the read on this play, a lot of the times you will see that triangle will get open just like this every single time. We're about 15 to 20 yards at pop, unless your opponent is setting his zone drop, so basically going to take that away himself, or in a situation where he plays man coverage, it might be covered as well. So we're going to go ahead and reset it. You want to go ahead and put square on a street like how we were doing before. Go ahead and motion your circle receiver over, put him on slant, drag the X tight end, put the running back on a end route just like that. And this time as well, you will see that this tight end will cook a lot of the times too, for a minimum of about 5 to 10 yards depending on the situation and what your opponent is doing from a defensive standpoint. Now moving on, another thing that I like about this play too is that this running back that you see on this little out route will get a lot of yards. Really, the circle receiver on this slant route is really good against man coverage if you do happen to run into like a man blitz or something like that. But for the most part, this running back will get open a lot of the times. That time they actually covered it well, and we actually got sacked. Let me see if I can actually show y'all an opportunity where where the running back is actually open. Because a lot of the times with this little running back route, you'll actually be able to pick up about 10 yards a pop, especially if you have somebody pretty fast right there. As y'all can see, pretty consistent yards right there that you're going to be able to pick up from this formation. And with this formation, you just have a lot of reads and you have a lot of outlets that you can go ahead and throw to with this play. Now moving on, boys, as well, gonna be showing y'all how to beat basically every zone coverage in the game. This is gonna work against cover 2, cover 3, cover 4. This is kind of one of those plays you want to throw in there a few times. You don't want to really spam it because you don't have a lot of options for reads, but it is money basically. It's gonna be this flood drive. We are just gonna be working this against random coverage right now. So what you want to go ahead and do, you just want to motion your circle receiver over. You want to put triangle on a streak, and you also want to put square on a streak. Go ahead and put X on a drag route. And what I typically do after that as well, I like to put the running back on a in route, or you can put him on a option route, but I typically just put him on the in route. A little short in route for a check down, but you will see that this circle receiver will basically be open every single time, whether it's cover 3, cover 4, cover 2, unless your opponent is messing with his zone drop. So users basically goes over there and users and takes the play out. If he does that too, a lot of the time this X tight end will be open a lot of the times for basically free yards if somebody's sending their zone drops that far back. But as y'all can see, that circle corner route is basically going to be open every single time. It's just another wrinkle that you can go ahead and throw into this offense that kind of just keep your opponent off. If you want to, you can completely leave that running back on his flat route too. Just kind of totally up to you what you want to go ahead and do. But as y'all can see, it's going to be money every single time. Then on top of that, like I was saying earlier, you do have the tight end for a check down. Honestly, I think having the running back on the option route is a little bit of a better option because he may do a comeback route, kind of give you a better check down. But as y'all can see, this tight end is going to be open a lot of the times too in the flats. Now moving on, boys, just showing y'all how to beat man coverage out of this formation as well. We are going to be using the flood drive, working this against a cover 1. So we're going to go ahead and just run that against a cover 1 really quick. So what you want to go ahead and do with this play, boys, what I like to do, I like to motion this square receiver over, and then after that I'll put triangle on a slant route, I'll put X on a streak route. This is going to be the setup. This is basically going to destroy man coverage from every standpoint. Basically everything that you see here on the field is going to be open against man coverage except for the running back and the tight end. For the most part, you'll see triangle is going to cook. That time that zone actually covered that really good, but y'all can see from an initial standpoint that he did honestly cook his cornerback. So we're going to go ahead and run it back. Just motion your square receiver over, put a triangle on a slant, and this is going to be the setup, boys. You'll see circle will come across the middle open as well. It's just right now we're getting a lot of inaccurate passes with Jared Goff right now at the moment, but go ahead and motion square over, put X on a streak, put a triangle on a slant, and this is going to be the setup. Just kind of just wait. You'll see that circle will come across. If you have a decent receiver, this can go for a touchdown just like that. But not only that, like I was saying, that slant is going to be getting open against man coverage. On top of that, you are still going to have that drag route that's going to be getting open against man coverage. So we're going to go ahead and kind of just reset this so I can go back over this with you guys. So what you want to go ahead and do is just motion over the square receiver, put triangle on a slant, put X on a streak just like this, and you'll see if square gets a free release, a lot of times he will get open too as well. And it's just going to consistently beat man coverage and just put your opponent in a bind when going up against this play in man coverage. Now, as well with this formation, the thing that I really like a lot about this formation as well is going to be the run plays out of this formation. It's going to be the inside zone. This inside zone is probably one of the better run plays in Madden 2 as well. It's just pretty consistent. You kind of just watch the blocking, and you'll just see most of the time you'll consistently pick up about 10 yards a pop with this running play. Just kind of the way it just opens up with the run lanes is just kind of crazy. As y'all can see, it's just I don't know, it's just a really good run play in Madden that consistently works. And y'all can see I'm just constantly just running this against random defenses, and on average usually you're going to pick up about 10 yards a pop if you're hitting your holes correctly. As y'all can see, it's going to be money. Now another thing that y'all can go ahead and implement out of this formation as well is going to be the draw play. I don't really like running draws consistently in Madden, but they do work really good. It just kind of depends on what your opponent is doing, but as you can see, the lanes are a lot more clogged, but it's a good play to kind of mix in and kind of throw your opponent off if he's playing a lot of backed off coverage, if he's bluff blitzing and all that good stuff, because those players, those linebackers in zone, they are going to go out in zones when you run a draw, so it's just going to open up those run lanes a little bit better. But boys, this is basically going to conclude the video, man. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to hit the like, subscribe to the channel. If you are new, click that notification bell to stay up to date with all my videos. But it's your boy Alert. I love y'all boys. Y'all stay up, y'all stay blessed. I will catch y'all in the next video, and peace.